Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new No BS podcast. We got special guests today, Andy and Chris Worski. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? How you
Anger,
doing?
lots of anger.
Yeah, I like how we started like in the pre-show. You angered Chris with Asian culture immediately. You're like, Chris, here we go.
I saw the title and we just finished filming a Franny video. I'm upset.
Yeah,
it's about to get lit. It's a pretty good topic. I was about to make a video on it, and then I was like, you know what? I'll save it for a stream. I'm gonna do it live. We're gonna do it live. So
do it live.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I actually never mind. I'm an idiot. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we got that on Twitter. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We got 68 people watching. That's awesome. Make sure you smash that like button. Today's topic is McDonald's Szechuan sauce offensive? Apparently a writer or someone at the inverse.com wrote an article saying that, this is offensive, possibly, I don't know, trivializing Asian culture, maybe minimalizing of Asian culture, because Asia is, a giant part of the planet, and they're saying things like that to just take their side for a moment. We'll read some of the article, but what are your guys' first reactions?
Why is selling sauce that is Asian culture? Now, whoa! It's like we have to respect every culture. We have to, include them, put them in all our fucking movies. But the goddamn one time you put sauce out, it's racist.
Get the hell out. I didn't even know McDonald's did this. When the hell did they put out Szechuan sauce?
Okay, that's good. Yeah, apparently this was in the 1998 when the first Mulan movie came out. There was like a special promotional sauce that came out with the movie, which
amazing.
It's amazing. It sounds so dope to me because when I first heard it,
fantastic.
Yeah, I love sauce, period. I mean, just me. And then on top of that, it's like any sauce is good. More sauces at McDonald's. It's like they used to just have ranch and ketchup.
Yeah,
and then now
you put on your burger and shit.
Yeah, and it's also good. And I guess, the reason this is in the news now, a little backstory. Do you guys watch the Rick and Morty show?
Yes, I do, religiously.
Okay, I haven't watched it in a little bit. I haven't watched in a little bit. So yeah, anyway.
It's cool. It's not that important, but that's where the reference comes from. It's there's a new episode. It premiered on April Fool's on April 1st, and it was the new Rick and Morty. Blah blah blah. Some stuff happens. I'm not going to do spoilers, but there is a lot to do with this part. Rick mentions the sauce, the Szechuan sauce, and he really likes it. And there's more to it in the episode. You guys watch it for yourself if you want. But basically, the funny thing is that Rick and Morty is very popular on the internet, especially on the comments and on the forums and stuff. So now it's turned into this whole meme. Everyone wants Szechuan sauce, like in the show.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't want Szechuan sauce?
Right, it's so good. I think.
What is that, like sweet or savory?
It's like a spicy sauce. I don't even fucking know.
It's just tasty.
It's just tasty as shit.
You should know.
It is. It's delicious. It's sweet. It's like I think it's a mixed sauce. Or no, someone said you can make it like a jailbreak version if you take like 1 part barbecue sauce and 2 part sweet and sour.
It's like a sweet and spicy.
That's fucking great.
It also has a spice to it, though.
But God forbid you sell it at McDonald's, you racist bastard. Well, what are you saying?
So the problem comes up, or the supposed problem comes up. I'm reading more from the article. It just came out today on inverse.com if anyone's looking. But it basically says now we got a live action remake coming of Mulan. Okay. And now combine that with the Rick and Morty reference, people are starting to actually, ask for, petition, question, say, McDonald's, bring the sauce back for the live action movie. It's like a perfect opportunity. But the inverse.com says, quote, but doing so would be a mistake. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. You know what?
What?
If we don't bring Szechuan sauce in, I want no more Asians in movies. Because why would we do that? Why would we let them be in movies if the sauce is offensive? Bringing Asians is like racist in itself because you're saying, oh, look, we're showing Asians off like a zoo. Like anything for them is racist now.
I will happily be the spokesperson for the Szechuan sauce from McDonald's.
You are.
I will happily lather myself in it.
Yes.
For any type of promotion.
Yeah, I'll lick it off your body, Chris. No big deal.
McDonald's will love it.
Yeah.
There's like a really funny commercial that people are showing around too, with the actual commercial from when it happened. And there was like kids hitting this big gong. You could be the new gong kid. You both.
I'll do whatever, man. If it's promoting Szechuan sauce, it's getting out to people who don't know what it is.
I want to try it now.
I will
You have
fucking
promoted
pioneer.
Yeah, you have both promoted it to me. I'm gonna go out after this and ask fucking the McDonald's near our house if they sell fucking Szechuan sauce, and they better.
Well, you're gonna be let down. I don't think any of them have it yet, but maybe you could get at a grocery store or something. I mean, it's not just like it's just a sauce. I mean,
yeah. You can bet there's like fucking 10 different kinds of Szechuan sauce at the Asian grocery store, and like some of them are ripoffs and some of them are shit. So you really gotta like go through them. But
well, who's gonna? Okay, let's be honest with this article. Who do they think it's going to upset? Do you think Asians are gonna be in the drive-through and go Szechuan sauce? Those racist fucks. No, they're gonna be like, great. I feel like I'm at home right now. I'm gonna eat some Szechuan sauce. Like, who are you offending? You're offending white people who think they should be offended. That's like, what?
This is retarded.
How are you
asking? This is why we can't have nice things. It's like you're saying. I mean, they complain about making the Asian superheroes or put in this race as black characters in this show, and then when you do something on the reverse and people want the Szechuan sauce, they're like, oh no, dude, what are you racist? Why do you want something from another race? Are you racist? You can't win.
Like, I honestly don't even know what real racism is anymore. Like, I don't understand.
I'm gonna bring it back because I'm actually offended.
Well, racism.
Yeah, towards them. I'm very, very angry. This all day's been just anger for me. But the fact that you are attaching a negative connotation to Szechuan sauce is the most offensive thing you could do towards me. Next thing is going to be rice. But you're ruining a good thing. You're trying to celebrate a culture. You're trying to get it out to people, and you're going to say that is offensive.
Well, that's almost as if they banned rice. Oh, we shouldn't have rice. It's racist. That offends Asian people. Out of anyone who will be more offended.
That's real racism.
Yeah, that's like if we were like heading from Canada to like somewhere like in China, and they're like, sorry, we don't let ketchup in here because he's from Canada and we don't want to offend you. I'll be like, bitch, bring out the fucking ketchup. I want to feel like I'm at home, you motherfucker. Yeah. Like, this is unbelievable.
It's like they say they want multiculturalism and everyone mixed together, and we're a melting pot, but then you can't have the sauce that you want from this country or the food you want from this one or the shirts from this one. I mean, come on. Let's get into a little bit more specifically on this one, but there was something else you mentioned I want to get back to. What is racism? That was a great question, and I had some ideas on that too, but let's table it until we can kind of break down the Szechuan sauce situation, because we're all hungry here. We're all foodies. We all thinking about the sauce.
I am hungry now, actually.
I'm thinking about semen,
the gist of it, I'm trying to get to it's a long article, but to summarize, it seems like the problem here is they're saying what is Szechuan, and obviously China's really big, Asia's really big, include India and whatnot, depending on where the sauce comes from. And I guess their argument is it's like minimalizing the breadth of Asian cultures. And I'm not saying that like I agree with that. I'm saying I'm trying to guess what they're going for.
What does that? Hold on. What does that mean?
It doesn't mean
minimalize.
Anything. It's sentences.
Explain that to me.
I don't think no BS can.
I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying to read the article or like speak.
But seriously,
it's like saying, okay, they said, here's another example. It's a little different, but okay, there's a live action Beauty and the Beast. I don't know if this is the same reason, but there's a live action Beauty and the Beast, and that's like a French story. So it would be the same if we came out with a French sauce, like I think he said Hollandaise sauce, or maybe like French dressing or whatever it is for that movie, and that's offending to French people. And then they try to flip it to, if we did that for Mulan, it would offend those people. I don't see it. I see
it as like
emotion,
glorifying it, or what do you call it? Presenting it to people who wouldn't know what Szechuan sauce was, because I just heard about it today. Like, now I know what it is, and maybe I'm interested now in trying some out. It's not like I'm gonna be like eating it like, yeah, fuck those Asians. Fuck those, yeah. Like, and by the way, if you're racist, you're like racist towards Asians. You're not buying the Szechuan
Buy the
sauce.
Big Mac.
You're like, fuck that
buy
sauce.
buy the
I
original
don't like
shit.
Asian people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait
my
for the
God.
promotion to be over, and then everything's back to normal.
Like you're racist and you're gonna buy the sauce from the culture that you hate. No.
Can I get back to this? What are they saying? Like Szechuan, because it's just an area or a province in where of cultural cooking. So are they saying that because they're promoting it, it's minimalizing their culture, or it's minimalizing the other provinces and the other areas in China?
Yeah, I think it's focusing on Chinese. It says something about Chinese immigrants, the transnational Chinese meal.
What?
It just sounds like buzzwords. It sounds like
What the hell's the transnational Chinese meal? Is that like a fucking company you can order and it comes straight from China?
Oh, wait, I got it. I got the best quote. This is the quote I was looking for. So I'll just read one more section. It says, "While we've come a long way since Mulan, we unfortunately still live in an age where Scarlett Johansson is our best Japanese actress, and Asian men are beat up on planes for no reason other than gross ignorance." Wow.
Oh,
That's a doozy. That's a doozy.
Here's something. Here's something to think about. A captain something. The one on your chat said Taco Bell is racist. Anyone think of that? An entire restaurant based on the Mexican culture
is racist.
Yeah. Shouldn't we see Taco Bell as racist? Why are we talking about Szechuan sauce? That's like if McDonald's call themselves, Ching Donalds or something. Ching Donalds. Like
I'd still go there. I'd check it out.
Yeah, but my whole point, or his whole point is, if we're going to look at Szechuan sauce as racist, what about Chinese restaurants? What about, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All you can eat sushi places, whatever.
What about them?
Yeah. So essentially, what they're saying is, stay out of our Western culture. We don't want your sauce here.
They're anti-mixing. They're
saying in the name of mixing. They're saying it in the name of letting. I'm fighting for my culture. Like, don't speak for me. When everyone says that Scarlett Johansson thing, someone made a video. I forget which channel it was, and it was a bunch of Japanese people they interviewed. What do you think of Scarlett Johansson in Japan? Japanese people, and they're like, "Oh, well, it's an American movie, so yeah, that's a good casting. I didn't mind." No one gave a fuck. So why are you speaking for me?
In fact, one of the Japanese women said she actually plays a better whatever the main character's name is, because anime looks like white people. That was her exact words. And she said, "I love it." And then when they asked them right after, like the second part of the question was, people are offended in the Western world. What do you think about that? They're like, why?
What the fuck are you talking about?
They were almost confused, like, about what though? And they're like that. They're not right. Like, well, even
that
the
brings
Asian
up
people,
the whole idea. The offense, being offended, is such a badge. It's such a big deal in the West now, in the media and stuff. It's like, oh, if you're offended, you deserve to be heard, and you deserve, this and that. And it's like, no one gives a shit about your feelings.
Yeah.
And in a lot of other parts of the world, people really don't give a shit. I mean, it's like cutthroat in places that are, especially if they're in war, they don't have, full on government protection or this or that. I mean, it's like, who gives a shit if you're offended by some words or some characters in a movie?
And also the one thing I want to know is, okay, you're allowed to be offended, yet every article now, every fucking article is about people being offended. It's like no one cares if you're offended. The thing I care about is you now speaking to the government or to, for example, the Wall Street Journal and the recent case of the advertisers being left. People are offended. They write articles. No one cares except for advertisers or the government or universities. They're offended. They're being offended is now affecting the real world for people like 95% of everyone else who's like, what the fuck?
That's where I actually take issue. I assume you guys too. Sometimes it's like, okay, it's one thing to talk about this stuff, but when it starts to take over and ruin things we like, or even, God forbid, the courts or something, you get into trouble because of, we're white men or whatever, they're trying to put throw their darts at today. But yeah, it's like, it's crazy the amounts that we're seeing here. The chat's going crazy, by the way, too. I see Andy typing while I'm talking. I see, I see Ranting Monkey is in the house. There's a lot of people I recognize. Cognitive Thought, welcome back, buddy. I haven't seen seen him in a while. Peach is in the house. There's a lot of new fans too. 280 people watching. That's amazing, guys. Thank you so much.
Awesome. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, just to check in.
See, I'm happy that you started the streams too. This is one thing that YouTube has been missing is we were all, I would say in like November last year, we were all separate doing our own things. And slowly we're all now chatting and doing these streams and bouncing off each other. And it's been bringing in a lot of people watching. Because like, for example, this Szechuan sauce thing is, I swear last year I made a joke like, what's next? Milk is racist? And then that happened. And now it's like sauce is racist. We're Asians in movies.
Going to a park is racist?
Yeah, did you see that one we did yesterday?
Stupid.
There's an article. There's an article that says parks are racist because you have to find transportation to go there. Pretty much assuming all black people don't have cars.
It requires equipment. Jeez. I'm sorry, going outside you need shoes and shit.
Yeah, buy a water bottle. If black people can't afford a water bottle, I got nothing for you.
I can't help you here. I can't help you. Actually, no, I could. Here's $2. Go buy a Gatorade and get your ass outside and have a walk and enjoy yourself.
Dig a bottle out of the trash. I've been in worse positions.
Right, wash that shit. Get some soap.
And I bet you now that McDonald's will not sell the Szechuan sauce in fear.
Can I ask, has McDonald's made any statements about this?
I haven't heard. No, I don't know if their reaction at all. I just hear people clamoring for it. I don't know if they're going to or have considered it or not.
This is going to be the same thing. That's what happened to Pepsi. You try and do something, and then you're trying to promote, and then they're going to get slammed. And then any money now, McDonald's going to have to fucking apologize for no goddamn reason.
You know, that's
zero reason.
The Pepsi thing reminds me, I felt like I was kind of starting a list of companies this week or like maybe the last month, because it was like first Pepsi fucked up and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy Coke today. I didn't even mean to. I just got to the store and I'm like, my girl points at a case of Pepsi. I'm like, girl, no, we're not getting that today.
Yeah.
It was like it was just still sore. It was still sore. But the other thing that came up, before we get to McDonald's, was like United Airlines last week just had a whole nightmare of a incident, and we could get into that if we want to. But regardless, I feel like it's like these companies, like you were just saying, maybe McDonald's gets into trouble too. It's like they keep shooting themselves in the feet, and they just don't have to. It's like, why are they? What's going on?
Well, I said, do not help them anymore.
Yes. Don't help them. And if you do, you'll see what happens.
Yeah, the majority of the people in this world, like Pepsi tries to help out SJWs.
Boom.
Backfires. In fact, Chris and I were on YouTube this morning. We opened up one of our videos, Coke ad. I'm like, God bless you, Coke. Thank you. Welcome back.
That's awesome. I think you tweeted that or something. I saw that.
Yes,
too.
I did.
Sprite is Coke too, and I bought Sprite yesterday.
Fantastic
delicious
drink. Fantastic drink. In fact, I was at a restaurant the other day with my girlfriend, and I asked for Coke, and the person said, "Pepsi, okay?" And I'm like, I'll take a beer, actually. Like before, back in the day, I used to be like, whatever, Coke, Pepsi. Now I'm like, actually, it's not okay.
Yeah, and I hear what you're saying too. I don't think I would ever get, unless they did something crazy. But at this point, it's not like militant, like, oh, screw that company real hard. It's just more like, I'm gonna get another soda. I'm gonna fly on another plane probably. If they have the cheapest flight, I might still get their ticket, but. If it can be avoided at this point, it's like, yeah.
Well, yeah, like if I'm at a party and I want like a drink, like a mixed whiskey, and then the only thing that's there is Pepsi, I'm not going to be like, no, fuck that. I'm going to drink it because it's there. However, consciously now, if I can go against Pepsi, I will. And Coke, I bet you they had a meeting at their and they're like, this is the perfect opportunity to jump back into YouTube. Everyone hates Pepsi. Everyone hates them.
See, this is what, and I encourage. Here's what I think. Most companies, go ahead, go. You want to do the SJW? You'll see what happens, and then after you come back, fucking bruised and battered by that side, you'll come back to this side, and we're like, you see, and then I hope, which is what's happened with fucking the Sweden Prime Minister. He's just like I'm not being liberal anymore. I'm done. So I encourage companies, go ahead, support them. You'll see what happens, and then we'll all come back to the same side, and then this will hopefully all just be fucking put to rest.
And we've seen what happened too. I mean, this has happened a few times over the last few years. Social justice has been taken off. And what happens is it doesn't sell. It never helps companies. It never helps movies. It always is a bad result. Like the Pepsi commercial, they get flack. They take it down. It's never a good situation. I don't see why they still fall into the trap. It's like I feel like it's a trap is a good word for it too, because they go in thinking they're going to help, or they think they're making the right message. You know, maybe even the company, the boardroom was like, oh yeah, let's support women, no big deal. Yeah, that's nice. Women are cool. And then all of a sudden, boom, they have that Audi commercial with that girl in the boxcar.
Yes.
Like it's all super lame, you know. And
you know what's funny was the first time that like this really happened. I think it was last year when everything started blowing up. Bud Light made that commercial with Amy Schumer and Seth Rogen. They actually pulled the ad not because of complaints, but because sales dropped drastically. Like that was the initial look. This is not sellable. This is the opposite of like sex. Like sex sells. SJW prevents. Like you want to fuck up your company, that's what you do. That's where you go. And then it ruins their whole positive business model. They're not getting what they want out of advertising. They're going to look, well, where's the smart advertiser? Where can we do this without getting fucked in the ass? And they'll go, oh, just regular conservative, fine. And then they're going to go there. And then SJWs are going to fucking realize that they're on the wrong fucking side. Or just make it neutral. Like, why does there have to be a message in a Pepsi fucking like they,
for sure?
Like,
they have to reach an audience, and they think the audience, the correct audience to reach is SJWs, but it's the wrong one. Who's like, oh, after a long day of protesting, I want a Pepsi. Like, just fucking dude. Remember back in the day, it was a guy's outside playing with his friends. He's tired, and someone hands him a Pepsi. It's like Pepsi. Now it's like, what political? Okay, how about we do a fuck Donald Trump?
Let's get everyone together. We like to go. My friends are activists. We like to get out in the streets and activate, or whatever we.
And activate.
Yeah, like you're out protesting. You're sweating. You're gonna drink a sugary pop. No, you're gonna have water. No one. Fucking Pepsi dehydrates you. It doesn't even make sense logically.
Technically it is a poor drink decision. That is scientifically. Scientifically and socially.
That's why they
wrong.
That's why they drink
down so much. You've broken it down so much. Like it's like, okay, just look at these carbs. Look at the carbs,
the sugar, the sugar as well, and the fucking, what is that other thing? The thing that melts metal on it. What the hell is it called? It'll just like fucking melt a nail if you throw it in there.
Yeah, if you leave it in for like a fucking
a
week or
take rust off and shit.
And so not only it doesn't sell, it's fucking it's corrosive. Bad for you.
It's corrosive on all levels.
And companies have to start making decisions. They think they go in. I think they think. I think the Pepsi people probably thought that was going to be successful and strike a chord. But they go now. That's like they have to decide: do they want to make money, or do they want to be righteous, or what they think is righteous?
Yeah.
Which meanwhile they're selling like a death drink. Someone just said in the comments they're selling a death drink and they're trying to be righteous. I'm like, fuck you! I'm gonna drink the other guy's death drink.
Actually, I want to say one thing. It's as if slipped my mind. God damn it! It was gonna make fun of Pepsi.
Man. It always happens to me. I
there's so much things running through my head right now.
So much going on. Computers and microphones and topics. Szechuan sauce. McDonald's. Racism. Anti-racism. Misogyny. Feminism.
I want to fucking blow my head off.
Yeah, I honestly hope that people at Pepsi, like they're having like the MTV News type meeting where they're like, okay, it's not working. All right, shut it down. Oh, I don't know what I was gonna say. Have you ever posted a video where it got a massive amount of fucking dislikes, and you're like, maybe I was wrong on this one, so you you erase it or private it and go, I have to talk to someone about this first, right?
Dude, that's
Pepsi. Pepsi had that same instinct, right? But for them, it was 4 million views. Like
it was a lot bigger. It was a $4 million commercial.
Yes, yeah, it cost them money. It just didn't cost us anything. You could take it down on YouTube. For them, it's like this was like 5 months of marketing.
But lest we forget, you fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah,
that's a good question, because I was gonna mention this. Now that you say the video that you regret, I had one that kind of actually was yesterday, and I wouldn't say I fully regret it, but it kind of got like a mixed reaction, and I was just like, oh, like you were just saying that. That's when I started to think, I'm like, wait, am I wrong? Did I go too far? Am I an asshole?
So yeah, we'll see.
My existence.
Well, when you acknowledge that you are an asshole, then it helps to dispel any of those thoughts.
Yeah, it's like we made this pro Hitler video once, and it got all these dislikes. I'm like, come on, guys, get with the program.
It's like, what did Hitler even do wrong? I mean,
yeah, no, seriously, like whatever.
Gas. He never used lethal gas. I mean, come on.
Yeah, unlike the Syrians.
Too soon?
But Szechuan sauce.
So we got we got Dark Rye in the chat. We got Vigny Shark, Pearl the Salty, Jack Snorty. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Over 300 people watching now. That's crazy. That must be the Andy train, Andywarski crew. What's up, everybody?
Just the Andy, not the Chris. And Valentina said that was cute, so I just want to say that. Or Valentine. She's like, Andy's
the Warski live crew. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I guess.
You see, like, we sort of did this background as sort of like, if we're on other people's channels, we are forced to constantly promote our fucking show.
It looks good. You guys look fresh. You got your headphones and everything going.
I have to say, though, about your channel, you are doing the Lord's work, my friend.
Yeah,
your channel is fucking. I've always loved your channel, but I'm so glad it's taking off. Like, that's awesome. Taking off.
You're almost at 50 subs too.
By the way, I want to ask you. You're a perfect person to ask this. What do you think? Have you watched the new Decoded episode?
Yes. Remind me, it was this own race bias.
No, it's on.
There's another one.
Oh, I didn't see that one then. I just saw the first one.
Every Wednesday, bud.
Hang on. I want to ask you this because this is fucking new. They didn't put it on MTV News. They put it on MTV's main channel.
Really? Oh, that's why I missed it probably.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, Chris went hunting and he was like yelling, "Where is it? It's Wednesday. It has to be here." And then he found it on the MTV main channel that has 1.6 million subscribers and 6,000 views on the video.
Interesting. So yeah, I guess they're trying to do better or get more views on their other channel. I don't know. They're realizing.
No, I have a
theory. Do you think that's gonna work? Because like all the rest of the videos might have thumbs up, and then you have this just shit nugget right in the middle of this whole a decent channel, I guess. I don't
know whether it will work. I mean, I doubt it. I think the content is just garbage. It's not gonna win no matter what they do. They can't. I mean, if they change the content, change the Decoded or what it was about.
No, dude, it's worse.
That's the only way.
Worse.
That's asking for too much.
It's worse.
Why is illegal immigration to the U.S. almost impossible?
She makes it pretty much like, oh my God, like, why do we even have forms? I'm like, shut your mouth, friend.
Highlights all the positives of having rules and regulations and then just shits on
I have a theory, though. See, No BS and our channel, we have been probably, I'll say, the most attacking on Franny. Like, we make videos on all her videos. You've made videos on all her shit. I think we've tainted MTV News. Like, they had a meeting and said, this channel is dead. Everyone just hates us. It's gone. So we'll put it on the main channel. Little do they know that Chris was doing his Asian homework and hunting. And we are releasing our episode tonight. Like, we fucking filmed it. Like, as they were uploading the video, we were already filming. We were focusing our camera and shit. So I really
that's like having like a gangrenous like part of your limb, which you should remove, and then trying to keep it, or like taking someone else's gangrenous limb and attaching it onto your body. Why would you do that? I don't understand.
No,
No.
I think I know what you're saying. I think you're right, Andy. It's something like that. And then on another part too, I think is okay, I'm looking at the video right now. Came out today. MTV 1.6 million subs, has 7,000 views. So unless it just came out 10 minutes ago, that's awful. And then next,
what's the likes and dislikes?
Yeah, it's even. It's pretty even, but it's only 170 versus 140 likes.
And tonight that will change.
Yeah, it's like what? Okay, and then that's what made me think of another angle of this move, if it's permanent or not. But I think they realized that there's a lot of hate people that are subscribed to MTV News. Like from our channels probably, or whoever else has reviewed them.
Yeah,
like they immediately dislike. So they actually, in a way, missed that by putting it on the main MTV channel. But I think it's just because people haven't found it yet.
But yeah, so basically, what they're putting a new target on a new chat. Don't they realize, like, when you say you had a second channel and you had like a series type thing and it was doing horrific, would you bring that onto your main channel?
I'd stop it.
No, it's weird because I mentioned something like this in one of the decoded videos. It was just that if this was any other show or a TV show or whatever, it would be canceled. You know, it would just be canceled.
Yes.
It's like, why would it still be on? I don't get why they keep pushing it. It's like a show no one wants to watch. It's like, I don't know, it's like public access or something. They're putting it on. They're putting it on because they have to put it on. Maybe it gets like a tax break from it or some shit.
Yeah. Well, definitely, because that's probably what it is. It's like donating to a charity, but they should.
I didn't even think of that. I honestly just thought of that out loud, but I think that I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
That's good because they can write off Franny as an expense, right? So it reduces your total taxation.
They can write it off because they're helping a retard.
But why not actually help real autistic people and donate to them instead?
Well, they are. Right? No kidding.
Franny's fucking rich. That's the worst part.
Is she?
No, that's because her husband probably.
No, her husband.
It seems like she would make at least 6 figures off of some kind of stuff she does.
She
probably.
Okay, you know what?
It's funding by George Soros somewhere.
Yeah, seriously.
Decoded would at least, I don't know what they would pay. I'm just guessing. That's a whole other thing, but I'm just thinking she's rich and she's getting rich off of like public access money.
Yeah. Well, they released after she was on Decoded, they released parts of her episode on Snapchat. Like, you know, Snapchat has like a news section. Mm-hmm. I see Franny's face on my Snapchat, and I'm about to uninstall. I'm about to uninstall Snapchat in anger.
I reinstall it later, going, okay, it was just I still need it.
It's a shit show. It's doing a horrific.
Shouldn't
put it on Snapchat, one of the biggest apps ever.
If we're gonna make YouTube more like TV in the old school media like that and do a rating system, the rating system should be the most important thing, and that should be the thing that tells you stop making this show.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happens on friggin' NBC or whatever. No, not NBC, fucking AMC and any other show. If it does horrible, they just stop making it. They cancel it. So why don't they adopt that same style then?
Yeah, and then at the very least, if you're not going to cancel it, why not change something or make it better? Like try to make it better. They're not even trying. Like this is something I didn't get to mention in the last week's Decoded review, but it was like the thing that weirded me out the most was how this season looks exactly like last season. Down to the T. She looks the same. Her hair's the same. I mean, that's her clothes. And then the set is the same. The graphics, the thumbnails, everything. It's all exactly the same. And they do that. And okay, you would do that if your thing was successful. If you had a good model, you would just keep it going, like a good channel, like, I don't know, bad lip reading or something that's successful, like huge. Just keep that going. But with this, it's like, if you're doing bad, why don't you try to make it better? Why don't you change the host or, you know, go with different topics? There's so many things. I don't even want to start brainstorming how to make this show better, but it's
we should do like a collab and do a Decoded episode, but Like
That's
do a good decoded episode.
Dude, that'd be
right?
dope. Yeah, we could like write it up and one of you guys do the stand up or something. And that, dude, I would kill it. I thought about this before. Actually.
Yeah, let's do a real Dakota episode.
Like a pilot. We could call it like a decoded pilot. Like this is what people would watch. And then it would be so hilarious too, because assuming we do a good job, assuming we do a good job, which we know we will, we're awesome. We got giant cocks, so it's gonna be a great video. And then so it's gonna do better than any of the decoded stuff. I mean, dude, the decoded videos are, even the last week one, the new one, it's like the ratings are horrible. So if we make a pilot that does better than their own show, that would be dope.
That would be hilarious. And we'll talk about race, but real racism. Like we'll actually show you where like real racism. We're not gonna make shit up. We're gonna like actually bring up real racist shit, and then release that. Send it to MTV. They hire us 3. Boom. We're now being paid 6 figures like fucking Franny.
Yeah, dude, we're killing it.
And we ruin her life. That's like a double win.
Whoa, Andy.
Slow down. There's a healthy competitive market that we have to enter. Like
we're
gonna jump in as Coke. There has to be. You have to have rivals, and it has to be a little bit of respect there.
Andy's like, and then we take her down, and then she's living on the street, and then we get her while she's down, and then we take her tent, and we take her bum cart, and then she's got nothing. She's got nothing.
Yeah. How funny would it be if
welfare checks, you're in the middle, you just rip it out of her hands. No.
My best revenge would be to turn gay for real and fuck her husband, and then have her walk in. And I'm fucking her husband. I'm like, yeah, you like that?
Oh my god, dude! Wow. That reminds me of another one. Did you see any of the clips from her and her husband's podcast?
Oh,
I hate
that.
Oh my god, we should do a stream where we just watch one of the episodes.
I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
I'm not gonna make it, man. I'm telling you right now.
It was so funny. They actually released a new one right around the time the Decoded came back. Then she put a video on her own channel, Cheska Lee. And it was like just a quick thing, like a minute from her podcast with her husband, which she's done clips of before. But it was super annoying. She had like the most annoying laugh in it. And it's so funny because, podcasts like this podcast is kind of like more casual. You see more of a person a little bit, like, or not see more here. It's just different. Yeah. And when you see her, it's kind of like she's the same. And she's also seems like in real life how you would expect. Like sanctimonious, and
she's no different from the video, the podcast, or real life.
No, honestly, like I'll take a step further and say I feel like it's worse because I was hoping that Decoded was just like a script writer, and then like she says these things for money, and that would be whatever, a sellout type move, but okay, whatever. But then you hear her talk for real, and it's more obnoxious. It's because that's her. That's like she's a real person. Imagine walking around as Franny. She must be just always stressed out when she sees white people. Like, oh my god, like she like white people. You don't even know. We had a makeup artist email us who did make her makeup for Decoded, I think season 2 or 3, and she said, and the makeup artist said once she was done. Franny said, not bad for a white girl.
For a white girl, you really know how to do a black person's hair.
And then she's like, what? I'm a professional. Like, this is my job. I do all races. What do you mean?
Here's the thing. I'm doing my job. I just did my job. Why did you have to make it about race?
Yeah, it's always about race.
And how is that? How am I supposed to take that? Is that a compliment or is that an insult? Like, why do we have to go here?
And it's so hypocritical if you remember all the stuff she preaches, all the preaching about, trying to end racism or, trying to say that, this is wrong with this race or this law is racist for these people. It's like, then she goes out in real life and she's like, oh, hey, that's pretty good for a white girl. I mean, come on.
Like, what the fuck?
If you're going to keep perpetuating race, like if I had a black friend, no I'm kidding.
Where would you find a black friend at?
I'm part black. That counts.
But like my black friends from my old job, for example, if I were to constantly bring up their race, what you're doing is you're creating a racial divide because you're bringing up, oh, not bad for an Asian, not bad for a black, not bad for a white, not bad.
You're putting a focus on it.
So essentially, like Morgan Freeman says in his old 60-minute interview, it's a beautiful clip.
Sure.
He's being interviewed by, I think, Barbara Walters, maybe.
No, some other dude.
Some dude. He says, like, one dude's like, how do we stop racism? He goes, stop talking about it. Just stop talking about racism.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a good one. That's a classic.
It's a beautiful clip because racism exists. And the only reason we exist talking about it is because it's been inflated so fucking much that now there's no one else talking about it.
You have no choice to go into battle.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking today, or just a little bit now. I'm like, it may seem like, oh, we're obsessed with race, or we're talking about it a lot, which we are, but we're also reacting to these other videos. We're reacting to not just Francesca today, but other ones, other days, and it's a trend. It's a trend.
It's absolutely a trend. I think it's like having a fucking battle where you're trying to defend your own castle, and the SJWs just like Lord of the Rings. They're just storming in. You have to take up arms and say something, because if you don't and you just let them in, then you wind up like Pepsi or McDonald's.
Well, think about this. When they started blowing up, right? Imagine there wasn't our channel or No Bullshit or Jeff Holiday or some black guy. If there was none of us, they would they would have everything ready for changing government, changing universities, which they already started.
Yeah,
a Szechuan sauce not being allowed in McDonald's. That because we exist, that is what.
That's the kicker. The Szechuan.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
It's over. Milk can be racist.
And that's like it's like going back to last year. A lot of people would say the election, the results were a big pushback to this PC culture, SJW stuff. Everything's racist, everything's sexist, and you got to call it all out, all that nonsense.
But even with them us pushing back, they're still kind of changing things. Now imagine if we didn't exist, it would be chaos. Thank God all of us had the same mentality and was like, this is what I want to talk about. This is my topic. And who I'm going to fucking hit up. We hit up race pretty hard. And thank God we did, because we brought up a lot of emails or tweets or whatever. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Chris. I didn't really think about it that way. You've changed my mind. I appreciate it. We've created people now realizing, and now places like Pepsi have to go, oh, fuck. The counterculture is way more powerful than what we thought was the popular culture.
Exactly.
It's fucking amazing.
It's all coming out in the votes, in the views, and where people spend their money. That's
the worst. Yes, the Szechuan sauce.
Yeah,
the worst loss and the worst casualty in this war is that damn McDonald's Szechuan sauce.
I'm gonna go out and get some. Fuck it.
Yeah, we got to try that shit. Okay, so the question I put on the table earlier, and it's good. It's a good place to jump into. But before, real quick, what's up to the chat? What's up, Sarah, James, Nicole? 283 people watching. That's awesome. 149 likes. You guys are too kind. Thanks to Andy and Chris for coming on. By the way, this is doing good. How you?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I like doing these more streams, like you were saying. I started kind of doing a couple more this week, and I want to keep it up. If you guys all like that.
you did a stream with my nemesis, Second Clancy.
Oh yeah, Second Clan.
I thought you guys settled that.
We did.
I thought you guys settled that.
I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Well,
no BS. You betrayed me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, I saw him. Was that from his video? And then he streamed with you after his video.
Yeah. I destroyed him. Yeah.
I remember that. No, I didn't even. You killed it.
You immediately saw that video. You're like, that's it. No, I'm fucking taking him down.
Well, I told Chris, I'm taking a break today. And like,
we were. I went out. I'm like, the day's over.
Yeah. And you made it back home, and I'm like, I streamed with someone and destroyed him.
And you were tired. You're like,
Were you getting angry? Because honestly, now that I don't even remember how intense you guys were fighting or whatnot.
No. I wasn't angry.
Okay.
I was just like, but he disagreed with something. Like
it was a chance to debate.
He was just saying that we find any topic and make videos about it, and it should always be about serious stuff. And then my counter was, what about your straight out of Tumblr show? That's not really important. You're basically making fun of people. And he went,
yeah, that's a tough argument, and just, especially if you're making regular videos. I mean, eventually, you're going to cover more things. It's just more happens, and you can't just. I get those comments too myself. I've gotten plenty of comments that were like, oh, why are we even talking about this? Why'd you waste your time? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, motherfuckers, I'm making videos over here. That's why I wasted my time.
There's a lot of work.
Bullshit. Like here's the thing isn't it nice sometimes to fucking hang up the debunking fucking pistols and sit back and just laugh at something like low-hanging fruit? Why are you going over to low-hanging fruit? Because we do videos every single day or most days. And low-hanging fruit's fun sometimes.
Yeah, and it's fun to make it depending on your schedule. Like different channels are different, but if you're doing again regular, weekly, even daily, it's like you find topics, and then it's like I don't know, it's like a news show that's on 5 days a week or something. Not every day there's not going to be a car chase.
Yes, exactly.
Sometimes you got to talk about the weather, and then other days you talk about this sports event or this or something. But
may I say, Second Clancy's awesome. I love him. Like
it's good show, good stream. I didn't realize he was 18.
What?
Yeah,
it's okay. That's like Hunter though. I didn't realize Hunter was also like fucking 16. He's actually like 20. He's 18. He's like Hunter's like 21 or something, but he just looks like he's like 5. So
exactly, and he was easier to tell, but Clancy has like a deeper voice, so I would never have guessed under 20.
Yeah, but no, he's awesome, and I'm so glad that all of us and it's a cool thing that all of us on our side, and again, I'm sure we can find things we disagree with. It's gonna happen, but I'd say the majority of beliefs would be on one side. That we're also fucking awesome. Like everyone I've talked to, not about this stuff, just privately. It's always funny people, Blair White, Jeff, all those.
Nice, chill,
just interesting people. And then I hear stories. I had this one girl on my stream once. Her name was Mai Dominguez. She's an ex-feminist, and she told me all the private DMs and the messages and the people,
the social interaction that she's had with a feminist.
Mean, rude assholes out to eat each other. Not out, I mean that as well, but out to fucking just ruin each other. They just want to hurt each other. And then you have people like us, yo, what up? How you doing? You want to stream? You want to chill?
I'm in SJW that will talk to you like a normal person.
Actually,
never.
Lacy
Green, it's like every time it comes up, they're either, even if you agree with them, it's like they're either some kind of creeper or obsessed or mean, or
you're the one who's supposed to be the person who's supposed to be nice and accepting and tolerant and all that other shit, and they don't exemplify it themselves.
Yeah,
a good example of that is actually I tweeted at this a couple days ago. Destiny, I think I told you on another stream.
Did you talk to him? Yes.
Yeah, I did. I talked to him a few times. This was just tweeting. I did a stream with him before, a few weeks back. But anyway, recently, okay, this is a funny one because he constantly on Twitter, ever since our stream, we kind of had a fine stream, but afterwards I made a follow-up video because he was being a dickhead, and then he got mad about that.
I saw that.
Yeah, he got mad, and then he tried to get me on. I think he might have had me on again. I forget what happened, but ever since then he keeps calling. He quotes this one thing I said, and he's like, "Oh, you're the guy who said he was fat on YouTube. You're a fat ass. You're the fat guy. You're that guy who's proud to be fat." So every time I've heard from him, at least 20 tweets, it's been something about being fat. And I was just like, dude, I finally got, I wasn't really mad, but 2 days ago, I finally was just like, dude, aren't you supposed to be the liberal progressive, nice guy? and you've called me fat for like over like 3 weeks now, and I'm just like, dude, what do you have against fat people? And I even kind of went further as a troll, and I was just like, dude, why are you fat shaming, man? I mean, what's wrong with fat people?
At that point. That's the thing. At that point.
Yeah, because I had someone actually a message in a comment like Dot Mike made a video and parodied us, which was very flattering. And
yeah, I saw that.
That was brilliant. I got like a million messages from everyone, from like Bearing, Hunter. Like everyone's like, "Oh, I wish they parodied us." I'm like, yeah, they fucking attacked Milo, Tommy Lauren, and then the Warskis. What the fuck? Like,
it was the Warskis first, and then they decided to put other people in just to cover it up.
Yeah. So they make fun of us, and then someone took it to the next level and went like, "Wow, Dot Mike, you're making fun of Asian people and a person with a disability. Wow, like who was abused by his babysitter when he was younger. Awesome job."
Like being progressive.
It's just if you flip it around, it just totally falls apart.
Yeah, if I use their tactics, I could be like, well, I was abused when I was younger. I have a speech impediment. It's been very hard. I didn't have friends for a long time because I wasn't able to speak, and now I've overcome my issues by making videos.
And then how do they react?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, and you're like, yeah, see. How does playing the victim? And I don't play the victim card. I don't care.
Yeah. It's another reaction. It's like you're gonna play this at me. It's like, well, what do you think about? You're shaming me now. I thought you were a liberal hippie douche.
Yeah. my ancestors were whipped. Yeah. Well, I was beaten in my lifetime by me.
Actually, you, not great grandparents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I experienced trauma. Horrible trauma.
And now I can't talk properly. Okay, now what do you got? My great grandpa picked up cotton once. Yeah, well, I was trapped in a closet by my babysitter.
You're still
and
trapped
not
in the
fed.
closet.
I know, seriously. It'll be out soon.
While we're talking about this tactic, and you mentioned their tactics, and I think that's good because they do a lot of the same things, like they being like social justice warriors, liberal, lefty, douchey. Like I'm thinking Destiny, like now and then also go back to Francesca and certain. They have these certain tactics. What are you guys' thoughts? Like, what's your least favorite tactic? What's one, or what's like the most common one?
Virtue signaling.
Virtue
signaling. That's, to me, that's the center of all of this shit. And as someone who's gone through the liberal system back, I guess, in like 2008 when I was in school and everything, that is where it's at. That when you put morality in front of someone, of what do you expect someone to choose?
Yeah.
Of course they're going to go morality because people are watching. So they're going to try and make that emotional decision. But the thing is about emotion is that it can blind you at sometimes. There's morality, and then there's fucking logic and reason. And you hit a point, you hit a limit where you go, now that's unreasonable completely.
But you look at someone like Steve Shives, but he made a video of massive virtual signaling. He's like, I'm now introduced, or a tweet. He's like, I'm introducing my like I hate Nazi pin, and he has like a swastika, and it has like the exact same symbol that you have on your thumbnail. No bullshit.
Yeah, the red part.
Yeah, and he's like, I like say no to Nazis. Wow. Thank you, Steve Shives, for telling me how bad Nazis are. I thought they were great.
I didn't know saying yes to Nazis was on the table.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna make a stand. Fuck Nazis.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna take a stand. Murder is just wrong. I'm not with murder.
Like, don't rape people. Wow, what a fucking guy.
You mean they weren't going on a nice scenic vacation on those trains? What?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, their virtual signaling is off.
Virtue signaling is a good one. That's probably the biggest thing we probably come across. I feel like it at least comes up in once a video that I watch. It's like it's either hinged on virtue signaling the whole time, or they at least throw one in there, something about something transgendered, something queer, something feminism, buzzword. Something oppression.
Yeah. So, but it's like when you give someone a choice like that, you throw in buzzwords, you're offering them two choices here. One is to do the right thing, which you've obviously made clear and is biased, or you present them, which I'm going to shame you if you don't. So basically, you put someone in a corner and you're not allowing them to make their own decisions. And that someone is young people who don't know any better.
And a lot of times the people that go along, you know, sometimes, I mean, a lot of times they think they're doing the right thing. They're like, oh yeah, of course I want to help women. Of course I want to help this race or that.
Well,
that's that kid with the Muslim who wrote
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter and got into fucking Stanford.
He wrote it 100 times on his
like, on his essay. Are you joking?
But here's the thing: is they'll be like, so what's your ideas on immigration? And you'll be like, I think people should be vetted properly. It should be
everyone should have the right to come in and
right. So, then they go, so you like Nazis? It's like no, that's not even like the same thing. Like, oh, so you must want all blacks removed? No. Hey, cheese was $1.
Oh, we got a donation. First donation.
Donation.
That's awesome. Thanks everybody who's watching. We got 200 people in here in the house talking to the Warski live. Adolf Hitler's watching. That's one of my favorite authors. He's a great author.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad. You know,
what did he do?
Actually, he murdered Jews. Actually, I searched Warski before, right? And like it's a made-up last name. And then so I searched Warski to see if there's any copyright infringement or any of that, and there isn't. But there is one Warski. He lived in like the 1700s, and his name was Adolf Warski. I'm not even joking. And he was a Jew. He was a Jew.
Oh,
Jew called Adolf Warski.
Wow.
That's a good thing to name your show after.
Yeah.
It's a dedication show. I didn't know you were a dedication show.
Yeah.
Was that a lie, Andy, or you just, you found it and you're like, okay, this is perfect.
I roll with it.
No, actually, like this is like I found this before we did any of the topics that we do. We used to do topics on like, like I used to do like
fuck camping,
like fuck camping or fuck lines, like fuck things that everyone obviously hates. Like,
what really grinds my gears?
Yes, one of those.
I used to be such a fucking hacky piece of garbage.
You have to go through.
I was looking at some of your old videos actually, Andy.
God bless you.
It was like I was trying to get a thumbnail for today's stream, and I was trying to get the right face of yours, and I kept seeing these old ones, and you used to have this like beard and hair. It's like you went through a lot of different looks. You've been on here for a lot of years too.
You look like Rick Grimes at one
10
point.
years.
That's awesome.
If I unprivate my first video, it's fun.
That's crazy. Yeah, I had this channel is actually just coming up on its 1 year, but I did some actually back like a long time ago. Are you still there? I think I might have disconnected from the Warskis while they try to click back in. What's up to the chat, Sarah Todd? Adolf Hitler still saying F the Jews. Come on, buddy, be a nice guy. Don't have to be like that. But I actually did a bunch of videos like 10 years ago, like when YouTube came out. I was in college, but it was just like a few videos for fun, so it wasn't like a channel that I actually built up or anything like that. But there actually was, I'm censoring Andy. If the Warskis can hear me, I don't know. I'm not hearing you. Maybe you guys in the chat, can you hear the Warskis? If you can or can't, let me know. I'll just try to play cool and see if they come back. But I made a bunch of videos a long time ago. Here's actually a funny story. I never told anyone while I'm in here. Basically, whenever YouTube kind of came out, I wouldn't say like first came out. I guess it started in 2005, but that's the same year that I kind of started college, and right in the middle is when I did some videos. But there was another person who went to my college. He was like a year ahead of me, and he started making videos at the same time, but he actually got very huge. Toby Tobuscus went to my college, and I think I met him a few times. Like we might have had a class together, but we weren't like, I didn't really know him at the time, but come to find out, 10 years later, he got really huge. He had millions of subscribers, or he still has millions of subscribers. He's not as crazy popular right now, but anyways, what is up, everybody? So I don't know if you can hear Andy. They might be disconnected, but it's okay. We'll see how things shake out. I'm checking their little thing right here. Can you guys hear Andy? I see him on there, but I guess they're not talking. Oh, they dropped out. They're going to probably come back in. I'll check the chat out, though. Someone just asked if I'm white. I am white. Can't hear them. Cool. They'll come back in a second, probably. We're already at an hour, too, so we might wrap up the show in a little bit, depending on what you guys feel like if you're still hanging around, I mean, there's still 250 people here. That's awesome. You guys are great. If you have any questions or comments, now's the time while Andy's refixing his computer, rejiggering the specs on the rotary girder. We can't hear Randy. That's funny. I think I want to call Andy Randy now. Andywarski. That's like a 70s stripper name for some reason. It sounds like Randy. Do I make you Randy? So Nicole says, no, we can't hear them, but can you follow me on Twitter if you want to? I'll follow you on Twitter. I don't give a schnoot. When they come back, kick them out. Yeah, I probably should kick them out. I'm going to kick Randy out. Are you a virgin? I'm an anal virgin. Well, that's too bad because white privilege. Yeah, I know I got a lot of white privilege. I guess apparently white privilege, we don't have enough white privilege to keep this stream connected. I've had a few problems with the stream, to be honest with you guys. I've been kind of doing some working on the computer stuff this week. I know a lot of you saw it disconnected and connected a few times on the other ones, but thanks for sticking with us. That's awesome. Are you a bull or a human? I'm actually part bull, part human. I have a bull head. That's what's funny about that? that joke. I just made it because I don't know if you guys saw or I mentioned it, but there's this channel. It's called Internet Comment Etiquette. And I actually subscribed to them about a month ago. It's really funny. He makes joke comments on videos. And the weirdest thing was last week he put me in his video and I was like, what? No way. And I forgot how I found out. I think someone might have messaged it to me, but yeah, I just came across it. He did a video on mansplaining and he used a clip of my mansplaining video and he actually roasted me pretty good. But it's not a big deal to me. I don't give a shit. But a lot of people were like, oh my God, you got it so bad. You got dissed by Destiny, and then now you're dissed by Big Money Salvia. Yeah, Big Money Salvia is what they're calling. But yeah, it was roasted me, and it's funny because it's just the way he does his video. I don't really take offense. That's how I feel. I think I would feel that way if I was doing, if I was reviewed by me or Andy or something else. I thought it was funny. And that was Big Money Salvia's take. And he just oh, that's why I brought that up. Because he called me a bullhead. That's why I brought it up. He called me a bullhead, and I didn't really realize that my avatar was literally a bullhead. And he's like, you realize you're using a bullhead and you are being bullheaded? Oh, the Warskis are back. What's up?
So sorry, man. Canadian internet. It just literally was nah.
Just decided to conk
yeah,
out.
I know. It's technical difficulties. We need to get one of those screens
yeah.
Stream.
Yeah. I was tweeting you. I'm like, 1 sec. Answer me 1 sec. I swear. So I had to run upstairs.
I was just rambling over here trying to keep things rolling, reading the chat, but we're good. We're good. Everyone's still hanging around. You guys are back. I forgot what we were talking about exactly, but we can just rip it up on something new. What does the chat think we should talk about? If you guys want to put up a topic, now's the time.
You know what? Yeah. Let's do an old-fashioned
live stream.
Yeah,
old-fashioned Q&A. It reminds me of. Did you guys ever use that website YouNow? They do streams.
Yes, I have used that. I was actually back on Blog TV days.
Yeah, I remember that briefly.
Classic. Yeah,
they transitioned and everyone, and then YouNow bought it or something, right?
Actually, there was I did once a 24-hour live stream, and I was so fucking tired by the end, 20 hours in. And
you do it an event, I'm gonna.
It's a marathon.
Yeah, it was a marathon to make money because I was poor.
It's just fucking Red Bulls after Red Bulls.
Yeah,
right.
And at one point, Blog TV made the mistake of putting me on the main page for they'd always switch up who's on the main page for a little bit. Yeah. And I just got 5,000 people watching at one point, and I just started saying awesome. 9/11 jokes and racist jokes. I was trying to I'm to everyone, if you're ever featured tonight, I'm gonna be as horrible as possible. And I just went fucking one horrible thing after another.
I love it. Your go-to is 9/11 jokes.
Shock humor.
And it wasn't even. And I was so tired. There was no setup and punchline. Mm-hmm. It was just 9/11. I helped with that because I was just so tired. It was not even clever.
It's not even coherent. Yeah, you just keep going and going. I just brought up. I thought of you now and then Blog TV because I used to stream on that like a few years back. I guess it's like 5 years ago or something. And this is kind of reminding me of it. I'm trying to get the stream going on the YouTube and connecting and internet connection, microphone. It's like it's been a little shaky this week, but I think we're ironing out the kinks. I think we're good to go for some more live streams. Yeah.
It takes time.
It's been shaky. It's been shaky for the first 4 months we tried.
We started this in January. We tried a second channel.
We bought mics and then sold them and bought new ones. That's how angry we were. And we bought like a mixer, and then we're like, fuck mixer. We're doing USB mics.
Right.
And then the USB mics weren't working, and then we had to find a new program. And I think we're okay. I mean,
sounds good. Yeah, I think it sounds good. I watched your last one too. Like you guys you've been on point.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, so do you plan on making your streams more regular?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't have any kind of schedule. Once a week would be good, or just as much as I can get them. I mean, I've done like 3 this week so far, just kind of trying to kick it off. But yeah, I plan on doing it, dude. We gotta. And then, of course, you guys come on and we'll go back and forth and keep the party rolling.
100%. I actually want to plan. Now, I think this might be ridiculous. However, by the way, you had Rags on your fucking show the other day.
Yeah.
I love Rags.
Yeah, me too.
I have watched every video of his few multiple times. Like he is one of my favorites.
Yeah, same here. He was, I just ended up messaging him on Discord, and we talked and it worked out great. We did a stream on, I think, Tuesday. A little rocky again because of technical stuff, but besides that, it was fun. And he streamed it on his too. I don't know if you guys were watching or anything, but like he was getting like mad donations and it was like lighting up on his channel because I don't think he'd ever really streamed on his channel in like a while. So
really,
that's usually what'll happen, man.
Yeah. Actually, on our first live stream, we got $900 in donations.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what happened to Rags. That's what happened. He got like $1,000 and we're just like, damn. He couldn't even believe it. He was just like totally speechless for half the time, which kind of makes for an awkward podcast. But whatever. It was fun. Though. It was fun. I was just joking.
Yeah, our stream that we got all that money, like it was just us going, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Like the whole podcast was us just going, thank you.
Yeah. Like, what I would do the same. I mean, it's crazy. Like someone gave him 400 at one point. We're just like, no, that's not real. That's not real.
Actually, someone donated 500, but it was in DKK. So I was like, oh my God. And then it's like,
no. Currency exchange.
Wait, that's Dave.
No, it's rupees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yen.
Still ended up being $80. So I was like, what the fuck?
$4 million.
Yeah.
4 million yen.
And we got a few I got a few donations of my own that night, and I figured it'll build up here too. Appreciate anyone. I know I'm not going to get $1,000, but every dollar helps. It's all good. And I'm just happy people are watching, really. I'm glad 200 people on my channel. I'm fucking stoked, guys.
Yeah, no, and dude, like here's the thing though, for any creator, keep fucking doing it. See, I'm glad you're streaming now too. You want to know why? Because I enjoy your channel and your content, and when you're streaming, and you're funny, and also I love podcasts. But the thing is, the podcasts on iTunes, a lot of them are just bland, or I'm not interested in the person I'm listening to. But seeing these streams now with friends and people I like is like, I'll be on my phone. I'm like, oh, sweet, fucking no bullshit. And Rags, sick. So I fucking popped on the earphones and heard, 20 minutes while I was free doing something.
Cool.
Or I can,
Yeah, that's another thing I was getting at too when I mentioned you now. Like that was kind of the last time I did some streaming. And then now it's like kind of, I feel like YouTube's better for it. And it's like you're saying, it's just better than podcasts too. It's better. It's a better long form now. It's evolved enough. I don't think it had as much streaming options a few years back. No, so it's like now it's legit, and it's doing
what's the point in leaving and doing another place? Because like this is where all the community is. Your whole channels are on YouTube. Why do it somewhere else. Sure, we can we're planning to put our shows on iTunes, but that's just because we want to make it available so people can listen to it.
Or if you want to download it and hear it at the gym or something.
Yeah, exactly. But that's just because. But the main thing is YouTube because everybody's fucking here.
And it's just another trend just with YouTube too. I've noticed with my friends and family, just in the last year, they're all using it more. Like my dad's like over 60 and but he still does computer stuff. He has his iPhone and he's been on a real kick where he just like looks up songs on his YouTube and he has I set it up on the TV so he can like hit stream to his TV and he basically just like he'll go on that for like the whole weekend. He'll be playing like old rock songs and shit and I'm just like I'm like, dude, YouTube is crazy now.
Welcome to the new age.
My dad watches politics and lions in like safaris. Like he watches animals eat each other. Like he loves that shit.
And that to that point, take that advertisers. Even the old people are using YouTube. Where are you gonna go?
Well, here's the thing is too. Yeah, look, Patreon. It's still going, but now with Super Chat, it's like I could just do a one-time donation. It's done. They're removing page advertisers are returning. It was a 2-week lull, but thank God they're returning. Well, that's nice. Now
that's true though. You can donate to the Super Chat just like you would Patreon, and I bet people might even feel more comfortable with that.
100% because it's just one
going
time.
Straight to Google right here, convenience. Boom.
And you have your PayPal, all this stuff. Plus, for Patreon, I have to now make an account to go on, which I do have one, but to go on my
not to downplay Patreon anyway. Like people can be really.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. It's just cool to have new options on YouTube and stuff.
Right.
So that's why, and then and now we look at the advertisers like Pepsi or whoever who left. TV's average watch age is 50 years old. 50-year-olds aren't drinking Pepsi. So you're going to go on there? No, you're going to be on YouTube where it's literally everything. Every age. Average age is very young.
Yeah, there's every kind of content. I mean, I think PewDiePie mentioned this when he was talking about the ads last week. It was like YouTube is the perfect place to put ads. You can get as specific as you want. You can put your ads on a specific thing or a broad thing. You could put your ads on all music videos, or you could put your ads on just Drake's music videos. You could put
and I think now YouTube has given the advertisers the opportunity to be like, just like we can scroll through FameBit and be like, what products do I want to try in contact with? Now they can be like, well, what channels do I want to be a part of? And they can pick, and then they can still advertise, and they can avoid channels they don't want. And if there's channels that they don't mind, like, yeah, that's fine. Like with everything that happened with H3, Dollar Shave Club still stuck by him. So it's like if you don't think it's offensive, which good on you, then fine, go for it. And you can see what's really happening in terms of content.
And it'd be really interesting when Pepsi returns. Everyone will be like, thanks for your money. Now fuck off. Like, honestly, I'm sorry, but like, you want to taint any name, any fucking company, just make enemies with YouTube. See how far that will take. MTV is hated now, fucking nationally because of YouTube.
Or do a commercial with Amy Schumer if you want to tank your company.
Oh God,
that's a whole other thing. There's actually, now that you said MTV, there was this funny quote I heard in real life, IRL, yesterday. It was about MTV. I was at this restaurant and there was like the table next to us, and it was a lady and her daughter, and the daughter was like asking about MTV for some reason. All I heard was it's the M in MTV, is it media TV? Yeah, seriously. And she's like, she had to explain to her daughter, she's like, oh no, it's music, they used to play music. She's like, music? And then she's like, had to explain like there are music videos. Like she's like, yeah, music videos. And it's like that's how far we've come. It's like that, these
why haven't they changed their name? Because the younger kids are asking the same fucking questions. Why don't you change the name of the company?
Well, it doesn't. And also, again, I mean, it's been asked to death. Why is MTV, which was supposed to be music television, now talking about race? What
exactly?
Fuck.
Because Lady Gaga's now.
I remember Beavis and Butthead back in the day, and I loved it, and it was edgy as fuck for its time. And that's what made and MTV would show fucking music videos that would like had some nudity at like night at a certain time. They were,
Right.
had swearing at this. They were the creators of offensiveness on TV because
Mhm.
it was MTV. And now you hear MTV and you think, family friendly, fuck white people. What the fuck?
Yeah, they traded in like offensive, being that, edgy teenage channel to being, I don't know, mainstream, PC clean channel. And at the same time, I think there is some kind of trade-off between the way they've gone from, you said Beavis and Butthead or other comedies they had that were edgy humor, dark farts, cursing sometimes, and now their edginess is switched over to talking about racism. That's what edgy is for them now.
Yeah, there's like, oh man, we're really breaking down the stereotype that white people are the best. It's like you're creating hatred now. You're the reason there's racism now. And in fact, I think there's even way more racism now, like real racism.
I think I think we could objectively say Decoded has, made race relations worse. It's made its company worse. It hasn't done anything good for MTV. It's only done bad, actually. It's all negative. It's not even just neutral. It's like all negative.
Do you think that there is a way they can come back from this?
Nope.
Oh, I do. I mean, nope. If you think creatively, I mean, not easily, for sure. I mean,
I think they could come back by doing other shit. Like they have all the other crap on their channels.
That's what I was thinking. When we were talking about ideas for Decoded or a good version of Decoded, or I think you have to just change the title, of course, but that idea. But it would be like, don't talk about race. Don't talk about it, like Morgan Freeman says, and make a Decoded that's, I don't know, interviewing singers from bands or talking about the history of, I don't know, Justin Bieber's career or something, music.
Well, they have that. If you go to the MTV website, they have like Card Night, deleted scenes, stranded.
But it's garbage. That's the thing. Like they have those videos, but it's just they put all this production into Decoded and they film it all like TV quality. But then when they put up their crap that's actually about music, it's just like weird clips and then it's like the one thing that they like to do too is putting up clips of after celebrity dies. They put up old interviews of the celebrity. It's like, what the fuck? That's so dark.
Well, look at this too. I'm on their main channel. Okay, the first row of their videos, 5 hours, 6 hours ago, 13 hours, one day. Look, 810 views, 1 minute video. 1 minute video is the next one, 5,000 views.
Oh yeah, I know those 1 minute videos you're talking about. I try to review one, and it's like you can't even. There's nothing about there. Nothing. It's just like
literally
pictures.
Nothing.
They do pictures, and there's like one background like track that's just like a loop of some beat or something, just generic. And obnoxious, and it's like, and it says some quote. It's like in 1997, someone called this person the N-word. Everyone's racist, therefore.
Can you imagine the person editing this?
Oh, he knows.
They probably hate their lives right now.
Look, 1.6 million subs. Your video from 5 hours ago, 810 views.
That's disgusting.
And look at this fucking
That's
title.
offensive.
Yeah, that's offensive.
That's
worse than real racism.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. But look at this.
It is.
A Card Night deleted scene, stranded with $1 million.
That makes no sense.
What is that sentence?
Doesn't tell me shit. It tells you it's a piece of crap.
It's like the other videos, they don't even try, dude. I mean, at least those ones were edited, and then other ones are just like weird clips from like a show or something or a promo. It's odd.
It's ridiculous to even find any of this entertaining. Like even if they just stuck to music, let's just say like what you said, history of Justin Bieber, blah blah. They post they're like one of those like channels that post 7 videos in one day. So it's all this like, am I gonna watch all their videos? Am I no?
It's filler. That reminds me of, I think you're saying it on the last show when you're streaming with Peach. It was like Young Turks where they put out fucking 100 videos in a day.
Yeah, and it's I don't have time for one of these videos, or even like someone I don't agree with everything that they say, but that like I kind of like some people on their channel, like Rebel Media posts 20 videos a day.
Yeah, I have to unsub those people sometimes.
I
try to put them
did.
back on, and then I take them off. Like another one that's like that is like Alex Jones, and there's like a couple other news ones like Rebel and TYT, and they just like once you sub them, it's like all the videos you see, and I never see anyone else because there's freaking 100.
Too many.
Yeah, and they still get views. I know it works, but you know what that reminds me of is I feel like their strategy. Okay, so our strategy is like we're making like one bet a day. You know, we're betting on the horses or whatever. You're playing game in Vegas, and you're like rolling dice, right? It's more like dice because so you're rolling dice, and then our channels do like mine does like a couple a week. You guys do a couple a week or once a day, and then that's like one roll a day. But for Young Turks, they're rolling, man, they're fucking high rolling, dude. They're
that's
like,
they're just like,
but the thing is though, now it crosses over into fucking Chinese business strategy because you just roll the dice and it's just like a fucking
you're never not rolling the dice.
You're never not rolling dice, but it's just like a cheap secondhand version of something else.
Yeah.
So people, you'll still hit your numbers, but it's like the shittier version. So as long as you get your numbers, you're fine, but you lose quality.
If they're playing the penny slots, we're playing the $20 slots.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. That's where I was going. That's what. Yeah, it was like it's like they're trying. And I've been there. I've seen other channels not do it successfully too. I mean, it's hard to tell as much because they still do get views, but you could tell more when we're looking at this MTV. The main MTV channels list because it's like the views are so low on some. It's like what? Why would a million subscriber channel have a video with 3,000 views from a week ago?
Well, that's how you know that their production is just crap. Like I don't know. With Rebel Media, like I think I don't know what happened between Lauren Southern or whatever, but they were probably like, well, we can put all this money into her, and she was like the big face of Rebel Media other than Gavin McInnes. And then they took all the resources and decided to just spam everything. They did hit their numbers, but that's a model that you have to be okay with.
It's definitely not. Yeah, it's definitely not a good model. It's not. It doesn't produce great quality content. No. I mean, unless you have hundreds of people. I mean, it's possible if you're like a TV channel.
Well, that's what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to emulate that production.
Here's the thing,
style.
though. Here's the thing: is no bullshit or the Warskis or whoever else. We're building not only like a channel that's to be monetarily nice on us, it's also we're building a reputation. And if I were to see 20 no bullshit videos a day, I would think
that's like, bullshit.
It'll be fucking bullshit. No. Home run. But I'd be like, I wouldn't watch all your videos. I'd feel like it's spam, and I would not. I won't say lose respect for who you are as a person.
Yeah,
lose respect for the quality of the content that you're posting.
It changes the brand. It changes how it's.
Well, also too, if I'm watching 20 no bullshit videos a day, I'm gonna be sick of you. You want to be able to be like, all right, that was a nice 10 minutes.
Of me. I mean, maybe of someone else, but not me. No one gets.
Okay, sorry.
But in the end, though, Andy, that still makes you kind of lose a little respect because you're getting oversaturated. You're like, you get tired of them anymore, and then you're like, yeah.
It's so you gotta know the medium. It's like I feel like some of these people aren't really understanding YouTube. Maybe they just see it differently, but if you actually watching it, and I like guys like us that are actually have like subscriptions and channels we watch and this and that, it's like you understand. That's why you get it too, Andy. Like you're saying, it's like we know if we see someone going once a day, it's like okay, that's good. They're productive, and then we see someone once a month or once a year. You think certain things. We know, but it's like. I feel like some of these companies, they just don't see it that way.
Well, see,
definitely not MTV.
They're corporations. They're old school. All these companies been around since the fucking 80s, whatever, Industrial Revolution. They're not getting with the times. They have no idea. I know before I came on YouTube, I was helping Andy with all this stuff behind the scenes. And I didn't know what YouTube was. And
Right.
if the regular person doesn't have any idea, then how the fuck do these corporations that are running off of their business models, they have no clue how it works, and they try and jump on. They don't get subs. They're like, I don't know, make a video. I don't.
We'll make 20 a day.
I don't. They have no clue how it works on here.
Whereas if you look at,
and then they complain, and then Wall Street Journal, and there you go.
Rebel Media, as Chris was saying earlier, had Lauren Southern, not anymore, and Gavin McInnes.
And then they exploded all the videos.
But you look at their channel, and then you see every video. It's like 1,000 views, 300, 1,000, 300. And then you see a Lauren video, 100,000, right? So she leaves Rebel. She does one video every like 3 or 4 days now, like 400,000 views. She, with one video, is making more than Rebel's 20 a day. Why? Because she's a personality. I don't subscribe to Rebel for fucking. I don't subscribe to no bullshit for what's the news. I subscribe because I like the person, the personality. I like Southern, Lauren Southern. I don't like fucking Randy who cares talking about Islam.
Now, if you can have that with the quantity, that's fucking amazing.
But
otherwise you run into the China problem.
You gotta just watch your, keep, pull back the reins sometimes if you're doing too many a day or whatnot, like Rebel or one of those spammer channels. It's like, no, but yeah. And this is a good point, because it's also true that YouTube is personality driven. I mean, there's channels out there that have other angles and do different stuff, but mostly the popular ones, the big ones, the ones that I watched, the favorites, it's mostly based around a person, this person.
I was reading an article saying like the top 5 things you need to have a successful YouTube channel, and another 4 like just kind of technical stuff, and then the last one, personality.
Yes.
If you don't have a personality, you will not do well. But if you have a personality, it can do amazing.
See, I see as even the opposite, whereas personality should be number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that's true.
Well, no, it was just a list of like 5. It doesn't really matter what order.
True.
Yeah.
So
I just need these.
But I've found channels with terrible production quality, terrible microphone. And I love the person.
And as much as those things do affect the watchability, because someone's not gonna watch it, the audio and video is shit. But if you like the person, you're gonna sit there and watch all of it.
Well, biggest example would be Blair White's earlier videos, like like mediocre camera, terrible audio quality, but she still blew up because her personality and was on the forefront.
Yeah, the personality is number 1, because it's like if you have the person or whatever you would call personality, part of that is also what you talk about, the content, how you're gonna kind of pitch your story. But the other one that reminds me of, you're talking about quality, is Szechuan Head, and she's really popular, like despite filming on a camera from 2007.
She does that on purpose. She actually films on a nice camera, and in editing makes it look like an old camera.
Well, she does good. It looks like shit.
Really? Yeah, she does that. Yeah.
It's like ass.
I heard an interview with her. She's cool, by the way. She's awesome.
No,
like,
she sucks.
Awesome
I watch her stuff. It's just another one I thought of for that example. It's like it starts with the personality. The camera is secondary.
She wants you to have the feeling of watching a video in 2006 when YouTube started.
Like, that's what it is. Yeah, that's
her idea. That's her. And again, you don't need. But here's the one thing with us: we used to film like mediocre quality, like reaction type shit, built our personalities up. And when we switched to better quality, that's when we started blowing up. And someone like you, for example, you have great editing and you put like actual pictures and edit them in Photoshop to make it interesting, and jokes and whatever, and timing and all that stuff. Like that's what makes people interesting. But then you look at someone like the Young Turks, I guess decent production quality, shitty personalities, and very hateable. Franny, very shitty fucking, nice presentation style, but she's a little bit of a condescending asshole. Therefore, personality ruins her.
And I could see her as, nice and not ugly, but it's, to me, her personality is just really tries too hard to be funny, and then the annoying laugh. But But yeah,
Yeah.
back to the
Oh,
Young
yeah.
Turks one. That one is interesting because if you think about the cast of the Young Turks, or what you call it, the crew, and and the funniest part
Tyler.
is with obviously Cenk. It's like Cenk Huger's baby. He's running it. He's also stars on it most. He used to star in it like half the time, and he slowly faded away. But I just find that funny. You know that he has to have such an ego to like have to put himself in there, despite the fact that, like we were saying before, personality. There's no personality there.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, of course. Right. Yeah, right.
For someone
Right.
who's on the left,
Who?
he keeps asking if he's right. So
Fuck
much.
it, this
He's
guy's on
not
fire. He's on fire tonight,
Wow.
bullshit.
This guy.
No, I'm just fucking getting burnt out from all the anger.
No, I hear you. We're winding it down. We're coming to the end of the show. If anyone got any more comments, any last questions in the chat, dude, you guys are awesome for watching. You guys are awesome too, Warski Live, for coming on.
Yeah,
no
no,
problem.
it's honestly, man, like one thing we talked about, there's a lot of people like we're friends with online, and when you messaged me in December, I was like, I've been watching this dude for like a year and a half. I had been watching you for a year. Yeah, for a year and a half. Because actually, smart asshole donated.
He's back.
$10.
Nice, thank you. $10 donation. This
He's
is
one
my
of the
biggest
smartest
hurdle right
assholes.
now, and really started my channel. I'm a lovable smartass, but on film personality. Cardboard also. Chris Warski, the one true Warski. Nice
Maybe
hashtag.
ban.
He's-
Can you
he's don't-
ban smart
no.
asshole?
Don't ban him.
The
He's-
smart
he's-
asshole was
he's
on our
right.
stream.
He's correct.
Also saying Chris is the best Warski.
That
Can't be allowed.
Debatable. But you were saying,
No, he's the smartest one.
Andy, you were complimenting me, I think.
Oh yeah.
Get back to sucking my dick.
No, it's true. Cause I had been watching you because we were making fun of Franny a lot, and you were as well. So we were always in related videos with each other.
That's what it
Sure,
was. I remember that
you
too.
found
That's
us
why I
that way
messaged
too,
you.
right?
I was like, dude, this is too many suggestions. Like I keep seeing we're talking about the same shit. I'm like, we gotta make this happen.
I'm surprised we didn't talk earlier because it was like a year I knew about you. I'm sure you knew about me. Like we're always the top related to each other.
Yeah, dude.
And then one day you're just like, yo, man. I'm like, yo.
Hey. We just it's like we look at each other from across the pond and we're like,
You're like, all right, I like him. It's like, yeah.
But another $5 donated. Thank you very
Yes.
much. From Mega Metric, man. Good job, guys. Oh, more often. Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely do it more often. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I was gonna say that about you guys too. I've messaged a bunch of people on Twitter and this and that. I've done a few collabs, but it just feels right here. It's good to have you guys back on there. Feels like we're bros.
Yeah. Well,
It's
you
a
know
good
what?
vibe.
Dude? I enjoy
doing these shows.
I was
gonna say
more than collaborations.
Because it's more natural. You can hang out and have a conversation. I was gonna say, and
Well,
with you, it's a lot easier to do that. And it's you could talk about so many subjects because collaboration is a lot of work, and this is more real. It's more real at the end of the day.
It's a whole different beast having a conversation,
Well,
bouncing
we are
around.
planning something with us for sure.
Yeah, and videos are
that's
collab
more
videos
work,
are good
though.
too. It's just it's a different thing, and most of the time you're working in separate places, and you put it back together.
But it's easy to sit down and just like take a call and fucking shoot the shit, just like anyone else would. And I think a lot of people really like podcasts because it's that. How often do you sit down with friends and just shoot the shit? It's basically what a podcast is,
and have a good laugh too. We're not taking things seriously. We usually get the giggles on something, get a good joke in or something like that. So it's good stuff.
By the way,
times.
A lot of chicks in the chat who want to fuck me, so thank you.
Damn, the chat is getting spicy.
Yeah,
a lot. Well, it's getting later, right?
Valentine. I'm sure Sarah Chambers. She hasn't said it yet, but I'm
all
pretty
the
sure
dudes in there want to fuck you too.
Sassy
Show your
Shelly.
love.
I just throwing that out there, like uncomfortably. Like, by the way, people want to fuck me.
By the way, I'm
By the way,
sexy.
you can't.
But Jeff Holiday had a stream today, Quiplash stream with Lacey Green.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I watched a second, but I didn't get to see it. It seemed a little uncomfortable.
Yo, I bet you she was doing this the whole time.
Dude, I watched it for probably just like 1 minute, and it was the beginning, and she just seemed the worst. I mean, she was playing nice, but no, I swear it was just the littlest thing. It might be me like looking into it or just having these preconceived ideas, but whenever it was like in the very beginning, Jeff goes, "Okay, we're gonna start Quiplash, and I'm here with blah 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 and Lacey Green," and then she's like, "Lacey Green, are you ready to go?" And she's just like, yeah, I'm glad to be here. Yeah, let's doing this. It was just so uncomfortable.
Wow.
It was subtle though. I'm not saying she wasn't played along the whole time, but it was just like I was just like you could tell the tone,
Well, we'll have to watch it, but this is what happens when you run your mouth and then you decide to show up to a fucking.
Well, here's what happened: was ever since her Lacey Green versus Blair White conversation, Jeff Holiday had messaged her, "We're staying with Jeff Holiday at VidCon, and apparently they're gonna have a drink. So we're gonna have to meet Lacey." And I'm an old friend of hers who ended up being a massive enemy. Now everyone's been cool with her, but I've gone too far off the edge. Like Jeff Holiday hasn't said what I've said to her.
Yeah,
so therefore it makes me way worse. So I'm gonna go, "Hey, Lacey."
Yeah, dude, VidCon's gonna be tits. We're gonna have to meet up too.
You're gonna be there?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go. I mean, I'm in town. I mean, it's like an hour away from me, so I'm just driving.
Oh, you're gonna be there for sure.
Come on, we're flying.
Yeah, dude. If you guys are going, dude, we'll set it up. We'll set up streams, chilling and kicking.
We're actually gonna have. Hopefully, we are using our funds that we're making off Super Chat to buy a laptop. So when we do travel, we'll have our microphones and our laptop with us for like a portable.
Yeah. And I'll bring my gear. I'll bring gear too. I have all my stuff, so I can easily just drive it over. Have a camera or mic, whatever we need.
That's beautiful. Where's the con? Someone asked Sophie. It's going to be in LA,
Anaheim.
Yeah.
Los
it's in
Angeles.
Sunny California. VidCon. It's like soon, right? In the summer.
Oh, that's insane. It's in June. Yeah,
it's coming up.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. And we're gonna have everyone's gonna be there too. That's gonna be fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be nuts. And I went a couple years back, but I didn't know anyone. It was like it was a long time ago, but it'll be stoked to actually, at this point we'll be able to meet you guys or whoever. We can do freaking speeches. No, I don't want to do a speech. I don't really know what they do, like what the people are gonna do at the con, but
walk around.
I think instead of a speech, it'd be more of like doing a live show type thing, like like live what stream. Kevin Smith or like they.
The one I remember seeing a few is like the Kevin. I know you mean Kevin Smith. He does those long Q&As.
Yeah.
And then the other
his podcast. He also sets up the podcast live now.
Oh, cool.
Him and Jay will fly around and fucking do actual live shows.
That's awesome. I listened to his podcast. That was one of the ones I did listen to, like whenever I had podcasts on my phone. I still do. I just haven't listened to them in a while. But the Kevin Smith ones are classic.
Yes.
Like 5 different ones.
Yeah, and his interview ones, his Q&As, those ones are gold. I love those.
Yeah, one time I went to one of his Q&As, like at some point when I was in college. It was at a big convention, and it was like the classic like Kevin Smith Q&A where he just takes questions and he takes every question. There's a huge line, hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Like he used to make videos of those Q&As like back in the day. It was like
like 3
those
different
movies,
ones. Silent Bob Speaks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like a live Q&A video, and he would really do those too, like on the road. I think that was kind of, now that I think of it, it's actually kind of like a precursor to his podcast, I guess.
Yeah, it really is. His answers were also, he would take one question and go on for like 25 minutes, and he'll be like, "All right, so next question," and you're like,
"Yeah,
you just spent half an hour."
It was crazy, dude, and they would go all day. I mean, he would legit take all the questions. And
that's why if you're gonna go all day, who gives a shit? You might as well. He's Kevin Smith. Like fuck.
Yeah, he's getting paid fat, so he's just like, I'll chill.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, those were good. And then so VidCon is in June. Everybody's going. It's gonna be sick. We're gonna have to set up some stuff. And what else is going on this summer? I guess just movies.
Yeah, what movies?
Guardians.
Guardians.
Looking forward to that.
Galaxy. Oh,
Justice
Looking forward to that.
by the way, do you like? I'm sure you're you play
Spider-Man.
video games, right? Because Rags,
Yeah.
you're talking to him. Persona 5.
Oh, I haven't played it yet. It's out, right?
Oh my God! Best
Sick.
having better than Final Fantasy 15. Sorry, Final Fantasy. Goodbye. Persona 5. Hello. Way better
That's
than
awesome.
FF15.
Is it role
What
playing
a-
too? Is it like Final Fantasy? I don't think I
it's
played one of
actually-
those.
It's actually back to turn-based, but it's so much things to think about that it doesn't make it like a just heal and then attack.
And the
heal
artwork's
attack.
like fucking as if they took Amp snowboarding and all the crazy fucking visuals.
Yeah.
The detail on it is insane.
And the story, dude.
Yeah.
The voice acting is incredible. The story is dark. Like the first area wherever you're in, the story it involves I don't want to spoiler alert, but abuse and rape and kidnapping, and you're like
that's all
and
the
done-
typical Japanese themes
but-
coming out.
but it's done in a happy tone. Like it's fucked.
It's still upbeat somehow. Persona 5 is a
Yeah.
video game. That's what we're talking about, guys. And it just came
dude.
out. RPG. Are you playing on PC?
PS4.
PS4.
I have never played any of the old Personas, but I heard they're incredible. So once I'm finished this one,
Yeah.
I'm definitely fucking gonna play the old ones too.
That's
fucking
great.
yeah, I love
What
it.
I've been playing is I've been playing ukulele this week. I got that a couple days
Oh.
ago.
Really?
Yeah.
How is that? How is it?
It's good. It's good. I mean,
Okay,
I
it's good.
love.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I definitely yelled at it a few times. The
Yeah,
controller.
we watched the donkey. We watched the donkey fucking.
Oh, yeah,
episode on
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Spot
So,
on, but how he is. We can still usually play the games. He just totally destroys them. So
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, here's the thing is with any game you could look for fucking the negative aspects, and I think the negative aspect people are saying is the camera at certain points.
yeah, it's pretty. It's the pretty standard classic problem with platformers. The camera changes sometimes when you don't want it to. Sometimes it's hard to swing it around. And I think the reason
that's-
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say that's always gonna be there. That's
It's
always
tough.
gonna be there.
Yeah, it's tough. You'd hope or that all these years that could fix that up, but I think it's just it's not a computer problem. It's just you just have to work with the camera kind of thing.
That's it's just you have to, I don't know. I think there's better algorithms because you look at games like Gears and all those other games. The camera's fine.
No, but they
then
have
you work-
fixed third person, whereas ukulele or banjo, whatever, has an unfixed third person.
Well, yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Why don't they
Because with a
fix that?
platformer, well,
depends.
a platformer, you have to be able to jump from a platform onto a different platform. And if the camera is following your character, it's going to work more like tank controls.
Yeah,
But you want more of a flowy, you could jump. So therefore, if you were to stick the third person on a fixed angle, you
It's a
wouldn't
lot
have that
easier. Yes.
flow. No, but you wouldn't have that flow.
Yeah.
No,
But
it's just easier for the algorithm to control the camera.
yes, exactly. But
That's all.
it's bad for platforming because
Yeah.
it's not visually appealing.
Fair enough.
Whereas
And
like
it's
for
tricky
Gears of
to-
War, it's shooter,
Yeah,
right?
with 3D platforming, and then on top of that, as far as advancements, I mean, 3D platforming is kind of fallen off of. I mean, people still love it, the classics, but it's not like as popular as it used to be. It's not Mario 64 days or anything, but I think this game does a good job. It's cool to see a good platformer, updated graphics, and moves are good. It's pretty fun. I think it's hard for me to say because I loved the Banjo-Kazooie. That was like my jam as a kid.
Yeah.
So if you like
Banjo-Kazooie
that
is
for
great.
sure, it's cool. Yeah, of course you're gonna be fine. If you're
Yeah.
gonna jump into it out of nowhere, I don't know, you might not get it. It might be different, but I still think it's cool. The one thing I think is the worst complaint is kind of like the voices get annoying because they do that old thing they
It's-
did
Oh
on
yeah.
Rare.
It's meant for like kids or the
Yeah,
young.
they
Trying to
just-
appeal to that.
I don't know how they could fix that or what, but it's just it gets really old once you start playing it for a couple hours and you have to go through those so many times and they're like and they all have these weird noises.
Yeah, actually, I love Undertale, and Undertale, which is fucking hilarious, by the way. Undertale, all the characters have different sounding of the sounds. So one guy's like, and then it's like, and it's like after a while, you're like, fuck these headphones. I'm gonna kill myself.
Is that game? I forget which one. Is Undertale the one like that dark horror kind of game you walking around?
No, it's Undertale is old school looking role playing game, but it's done comedy, and you're able to not fight any of the monsters and just chat with them and make them like give up. And a lot of them are very creative on how you can murder everything if you want, but the comedy makes the game
That's
funny.
cool. Yeah, I've heard that name of going around. I want to check it out. That's cool.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic, and that was really popular. The graphics aren't the best, but you'll see why. It's done as more of like a story comedy based than graphical.
Game, it's a style. I mean? It's a style. Yeah. It doesn't have to always be high end. But there is one. The other game I was playing before was Mass Effect Andromeda. We actually
how is that?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good?
That's why I thought of it, because the graphics. It's pretty much the best graphics I've seen in like a long ass time. Granted, I just like kind of hooked it up on my new computer, so I kind of think everything looks cool on it. But I think Mass Effect is sick. It's like the worlds are crazy.
And I hate to go back to the SJW, but apparently there was a whole SJW thing on that game as well.
Really?
Oh yeah. That's that's what we talked about a lot on the Rags podcast.
Yes, I heard you talking about that. Yeah,
they invaded it a little bit. I think it's par for course now that any big AAA game is gonna at least get like a few references or some kind of like something sticking its head in there.
Yeah. I remember like Duke Nukem days on PS1. Look, strip clubs, there's nudity, there's this, that, not a peep. Not a peep from anyone. Like, and he'd be like, "Oh, look at this bitch," and you're just like, "What am I playing? This is amazing." And now it's like, "Oh my god, they hate women." It's like, no, it's a fucking male fantasy game. Like, that's all it is. You fuck.
Yeah, and another part I thought of about this was it's kind of like at this point it's like just a cultural reference now. It's not even. I mean, you whether or not they believe in the messages or not, it's kind of like whenever you have a movie or a game from the '90s. I don't know, Banjo-Kazooie mentions like something from Mario, or they mention George W. Bush or something like from that era. Nowadays, the references are coming from things like trans. There's a character that's transgender, trans species on Mass Effect, and then they do other ones like we mentioned there's like another game. Deus Ex, and they used they had this protest, and it was like Augs Lives Matter.
Yeah, I saw that. I own that. I actually, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be back, guys. I have to eat something and fucking take a shit.
Yeah.
So
I loved what do you call it? Like that Augs Lives Matter. It was actually really interesting. The angle they took it. It was cool how like. I was like, all right, I could see how this.
It's not all bad either. Yeah, it's like that's what I think. Those are two good examples of games that are just prime for this kind of commentary. You know, they're in the future, and they got different races or different types of people. You know, and one it's the robot augmented people versus normal. Other ones got species from every planet. So it's a great sandbox to talk about issues.
Yeah, like the political, like going through like political stuff is interesting. I remember like in Deus Ex, there's a line where they're trying to figure out who bombed the subway station, and they're talking about the possibility of it being a jihadist. And I was like, damn, they fucking pulled that out, eh? Like,
that's serious. That's even like specific.
Yeah, like, and then they realized that it couldn't be a jihadist because one of the people had an augment on their body, and he says, Adam Jensen says, "Oh, Muslims don't believe that a body should be pure and not have any augments on them." So they actually added something like a Muslim would say in a fictional world. So I was like, damn, that's smart. Yeah.
Like, mixing modern references to religion with this new tech predicting how it goes, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's another thing that might, you might be surprising. Like, I don't really mind the Augs Lives Matter. I don't really mind all the commentary in Mass Effect. I mean, the most problems I had with the Mass Effect ones was just they were poorly done. Like, they were awkwardly inserted and it just enforced.
Forced.
Yeah. But the Deus Ex ones, like you're saying, and then that Augs Lives thing, it just fits. Sometimes it works.
Actually, it did work in the story because the whole thing was like the first game ended, or like not the first one, but like the last one of the trilogy ended where the Augs all went crazy and killed a bunch of people for like 1 second, and then they went crazy, but then now they're all back to normal. So now everyone's looking at Augs as evil. Therefore, they're like, we're not evil anymore, so Augs lives matter. So it actually made sense within the context of the story.
Yeah, it makes way more sense than Black Lives Matter, you're saying.
I was gonna.
Yeah. Like
funny.
I'm like, maybe make it Augs Lives Matter. But come on, Black Lives Matter is done. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it is death throes. I don't even think we hear about it anymore, but unless one of us are mentioning it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, guys. I gotta bounce because I'm fucking hungry and I haven't eaten shit.
No worries.
So I don't know how long you guys are going
wrap it up
for,
soon anyway. Thanks for coming on, dude.
So fucking, we will have to have you back on, and let's keep doing some more shows. It was a good time, actually.
Yeah, good stuff, dude. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, definitely.
And everyone in the channel, donate if you can. Help support No BS. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And we'll fucking see you soon, probably.
Yeah, we need at least $500 in donations for this stream to be worth it. So if you guys want to hurry up and open
now's the time to donate.
Now's the time to donate. But thanks for having us on the show, man.
Yeah, you too as well. Thank you guys. Thank both the Warski Live. If you're tuning in, their link is right at the top of the description. Check out their channel if you haven't yet. They're amazing. You guys are hilarious too. You guys do good stuff. We're doing God's work.
We are, and we want you back on our show too. Definitely. I mean, next week, man. Let's plan something.
For sure. Yeah, we'll plan one out. We'll just go ahead and wrap things up here. And it's been a great show. Thanks everyone for watching in the chat. You guys are awesome. Sophie, Colin, Toro, Jess, Ranting Monkey earlier, Cognitive Thought. You guys are amazing for watching. Thank you so much. Thanks again to our guests. Everybody have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll talk soon.
Peace.
Later.
Later.